Snarkatarians, what's up? It's Jess. How the heck are you? I know it's been a bit. It's been about 2 months. Thank you so much for coming back and hanging out with me. Like I said, I know it's been a while. A part of that was due to a vacation. I was out of the country for 2 weeks, which was an amazing vacation. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, go over and check those out. I was in Croatia, Slovenia, and Montenegro. I didn't even know Montenegro was a country, but now I know, and I'm so glad I know because it was lovely. I am very fortunate and privileged to be able to kind of leave the country, experience new countries, experience people, experience things that you just can't experience here in the United States. And I'm very fortunate that my mom and I both vacation well together and that we are able to do that. So that was very much needed. I came back, the next thing I knew it was Thanksgiving, and then it's Christmas time. So I did take some time off, obviously, and it was much needed, but I think I'm ready to get back into it. We're going to start in with a new season. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas, by the way. It's actually a couple days after Christmas now, but I hope you had a wonderful holiday, whether it was Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, anything. But if you don't celebrate at all, I hope you had a few nice days to just sit and reflect on the past year. But anyway, the reason we are here today is we're going to talk about some new things that I've discovered in the past few months, since it has been a while that I've been able to share much of that with you. So I have found a couple things, some of it skincare, some of it makeup, most of it makeup, and then a couple other odds and ends that I want to share with you. I'm going to call these my new makeup or skin besties and bummers, because there are a couple bummers in here that I had high hopes for, but they just did not live up to what I was hoping they would live up to. So anyway, we're going to start with the makeup. And we'll get started right now. We're going to start with primer, kind of do it in the way that I did my makeup. Everything that I talk about, I've used on my face today's makeup. And first thing I would start out with is primer. I did take this on vacation with me. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Primer. As you can see, a lot of it is gone. Problem with that, I didn't use all of this already. The cap broke and squished down the pump and kind of got everywhere in my makeup bag. So I had a bit of that to clean up when I got back from vacation, but I used this every day when I was there. Didn't break out from it, had nice hydration. A lot of times if you're traveling abroad, they have heat. They don't necessarily have air conditioning in Europe right now, this time of year. Just heat, just dry, especially traveling in the airplane. My face never felt dry. It never looked crinkly. It held up. I didn't really have any breakouts, so I was really happy about that. I like this product a lot. It doesn't do anything as far as blurring pores or anything, but it does keep me nice and hydrated, and I do like this product. I will definitely get more of this when I run out. I use it quite a bit, and I use one full pump, and this seems to be wearing nicely. I would have a lot more had it not broken. So maybe they need to do something, a little consideration about the pump, getting it to a lock position maybe, so that doesn't happen again. Think about it, ColourPop. I'd appreciate it. This next one is foundation. It is the foundation that I am wearing today. And I had talked about wanting to try this probably late summer. I had seen this come out on Ulta. And I had gotten a coupon in the mail because I am diamond status at Ulta. I'm not necessarily proud about that, because it means that I've spent $1,200 at Ulta. And I'm diamond through this coming year, through 2022. So I did get a coupon from Ulta where I could choose from like one of three things. I think one of it was a full-size mascara. There was something else. Oh, Shape Tape, a full-size Shape Tape, which I'm not a fan of, or a full-size Clinique foundation. And the one that I had been wanting to try was the the Even Better Refresh foundation from Clinique. And I was smart enough this time to go in and get color match. So as you can see, it matches pretty nicely. It's not too dark, it's not too light. Geez, Jess, it actually works. I got it for free, which was fantastic. Do I like it? Yes, I do like it. It is very much what I was hoping it would be. I think it kind of lives up to what the reviews say on Ulta. It's hard to tell because I do have some highlighter on and my moisturizing primer, but It is kind of a satin matte foundation. It's not super dewy, but I feel like it has a really nice natural finish. It does not have a scent, but I know a lot of people who have very sensitive skin or skin allergies to a lot of makeup can use the Clinique line a lot of their foundations and makeup in general. Thing is, as much as I like this, I will probably not be repurchasing it. And the reason why is because it is very, very similar to my favorite Holy Grail foundation, which is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. It has a radiant finish. It's a little bit more radiant than this one does. The color is the same. The coverage is pretty much the same. And it's about half the price. I think this is about $32, somewhere between $28 and $32. I'll link it below. But I believe I can get the Physicians Formula foundation for about somewhere between $13 and $15 at Walmart. So this is great. There are a couple things, if you like the Physicians Formula, the way it looks, the way it finishes, the way it lays on your skin, I think it's really, really nice. Like I say, it's my holy grail. I think it's just beautiful. Some people don't like the fact that it has a doe foot applicator. A lot of people don't like the smell. So, you know, if you would use it except for those things, then get this, because I feel like this is a dupe for that. It's very comparable. I don't think it's, maybe has a touch less radiance than the Physicians Formula one does, but this is very close. I will finish this, absolutely. This is a great foundation, and I do recommend it. Blushes, we're gonna keep with the Clinique theme here. I was looking around for, I think, more of like a berry or like a cool toned blush. I don't have a ton of blushes. I do, but I feel like I can't wear them. I got them kind of in a palette. I have a BH Cosmetics palette, and there are only a couple there that I really think for my skin tone I can wear successfully without looking garish. So I was looking for something a little bit more cool toned. I really like to go towards those bright, kind of corally, poppy colors. I think they're really complementary to my skin. But with the winter time, I don't necessarily want to wear as much dark or warm tones like in my makeup, so I was looking for something a little on the cooler side. Whatever, I came up with this Clinique Pop Blush Pop in 05 Nude Pop. And it is very light. It is very natural looking. It is a color that I don't have at all. I like the flower print in there, and it's just a very, I'm sure you won't be able to see this, but it's a very subtle blush. And you can see it does kind of, it's been a while since I've been in front of the camera, obviously, so sorry. This is great for people with sensitive skin. It is just a very pretty nude color. It's probably not as cool as what I was going for. There's definitely some warm undertones to it, but it is very natural. When I have like a darker eye on, I can go for a little bit lighter blush. And this is really pretty. I'm still kind of looking for a nice cooler tone, and I will come up with that in just a second. Actually, we'll talk about that now, because why not? This I had just gotten not that long ago, a few days ago, right before Christmas. I've seen it. It has some really good reviews. This is the Pacifica Cherry Cheeks Powder Blush Palette. And quite honestly, there are really only two blushes as far as I'm concerned, and the other two are highlighters. Cherry Spirits at the top here. Cherry Spirits is a little bit on the cooler side, more of a nude toned blush. And then we have Firelit down here, which has a little bit of a warmer, peachier sheen to it. And then these two here are certainly more highlighter tones. This is Pink Moon, which is more of a pinky champagne color, and this is Queen of Noise, which, as you can see, is kind of more of a champagne color. I actually have that on my cheeks here. Like I said, I think I went a little ham on it, but they're so pretty. They're so natural. They remind me a lot of the Essence, the nude highlighters from Essence, which I use and I like. Maybe a tad more of a pop to it, but it doesn't accentuate pores. It lays nicely. It just looks so shiny, but not totally wet. Maybe a little bit. If I went a little bit more, it looks a lot wetter on camera than it does in person. It just looks like a really pretty from within natural glow. And the blushes themselves are very lovely as well. I think I used this top one here the other day, and it was very natural. I think it wore pretty nicely. But these highlighters were just a little plus that made my day, and they're looking really really good. They work well on older skin, so I highly recommend these. $13. Pacifica, they were having a sale at Ulta. I think it was buy one, get one half off. I don't know if they're doing that right now, but this is only $13. You get 4 blushes, well, two blushes and 2 highlighters, so I'm digging this right now. Couple eyeshadow palettes. I was on the fence with this one for quite a while. This is nothing new. This is nothing that, you know, it's been out for a few months. I think since the late summer, early fall. I was really on the fence about it, and then I saw a video. Jessica Braun, Jam Beauty 89, was wearing it. She was just like wearing 1 or 2 colors all over her lid, and she had this nice little fall turtleneck on, and she just pushed me right off that fence into the side of the Naked Honey palette from Urban Decay. This, I mean, first of all, the package is just stunning. It's stunning. Very solid. And then the colors in here, if you haven't seen them already, obviously they are a nude, kind of a lot of warm colors, honey colors, yellows, which I never really thought that I could wear. I have a tendency to have some yellow undertones in my skin, so I always thought yellows and golds made me look a little bit more on the green side or sickly, you know, a little more sallow, if you will, or jaundiced. Those are lovely descriptions as well. I think they are very wearable. I have, let me see what I have. I have I have Hive in the crease here, and then I have, nope, that's not true. I have Keeper in the crease. I have Drip. This goes up a little bit towards my brow bone. This is a little bit more concentrated Drip in the crease. And then I used Queen in the outer corners here just to kind of darken them up a little bit. And then I also used Queen. I used Sting, this dark color here on my lower lash line, and then buffed that out with a little bit of Drip again underneath. And oh, I also have a little... I kind of went, this is one of these palettes I feel like I can use a lot more of the colors. They're a lot more usable. I use this HBIC, this kind of sandy looking shade. It's almost like a rose gold, kind of on the center of the lid to the outside. And then I went in with Flyby, which is this nice white highlighter shade that I use more on the inside on the brow bone. I feel like I've gotten a lot more use already out of this. I did get the Naked Heat palette when that came out a couple summers ago. And honestly, I was really disappointed with it. I think there were a lot more shimmers or, you know, glitter colors in there. In this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matte shades. The Flyby, that white color, is kind of, has a tad of shimmer to it, but not a ton. And then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more glittery shades. And I just feel that this is a better encompassing palette than the Naked Heat. I feel like I tried to get different looks out of Naked Heat, and I couldn't do it. They all kind of ended up looking the same. And I think this is just a lot more versatile. You can put one color all over the lid up into the crease and call it a day. You can go a little bit more dramatic, which is kind of what I did because I can't help myself with this. But I am so super glad that I purchased it. Actually, I didn't even purchase it. I think I paid $13 with it with my Ulta points. I used the majority of the Ulta points on this because I think this is $49, like most of the Urban Decay palettes are. Love it, love it, love it. Now, as far as drugstore palettes, this is another one. Again, it's not anything new, but I've been debating whether I wanted the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette or not, the 12 color nude palette. It's right up my alley, and I'm still debating if I want that or not. In the meantime, channels that I watch have really been swearing by the new classics from E.L.F. This palette, which is drugstore, $14 at Target. I've been using this all week. I've had it for about a week and a half now. I've pretty much been using this every day. There's so many ways you can use this palette. There are a few shimmers. There are a lot of mattes in here. You can go warm, you can go cool, you can go neutral, you can kind of glam it up a little bit with some of this gold color here, which is a little bit more green. This platinum, is it platinum? Platinum. Yay. It's kind of a silvery, sagey green color. This opulent is also kind of a greenish color. Just minute greenness. But there's pretty rose gold, there's pinks, there's coppers, there's a lot of neutrals, a lot of different ways you can go with this palette. So I have been loving this quite a bit. We're going to talk about some skincare right now. This is kind of a plus and a minus. So right before I left on vacation, I will link it above. I was talking about my daytime skincare routine, and I was using a lot of the Ordinary products. There were a few things that I was using at night for my skincare routine as well. That one being the vitamin C suspension, 23% plus HA, I guess hyaluronic acid, spheres, 2%. And it says that you should use this in conjunction, I think, with the resveratrol serum. Now, it does say that you could experience a tingling sensation. I didn't use it by itself at all. I definitely used it with the resveratrol. I put it on and my face more than tingled. It was quite burning. It burned. It was not pleasant experience, but I chalked it up to it being something new that my face wasn't used to, although I've been using vitamin C for quite a while. So the next night I tried it, a little bit less of that, a little bit more of the resveratrol, and it was even worse. So I have to say, this was a huge bummer for me. I will not use it again. As a matter of fact, before I went on vacation, I reordered a lot of stuff from Timeless. And they were doing a buy one, get one free. One of the things I needed to repurchase, the other one was something that I wanted to try anyway. So I went back to my good old 20% C plus E plus ferulic acid serum. I got the Matrixyl Synthi 6 serum. Can't see that. Yay. And then the one thing that I wanted to try was part of the buy one, get one free, was the coenzyme Q10 serum. I took these on vacation. I did keep the argireline solution. Again, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, from The Ordinary. So those 4 serums I used at night, and I used it during the day. Every day I was on vacation. And honestly, it made a world of difference. This vitamin C serum is probably one of the best out there. I've noticed such a tremendous difference using this serum specifically. I just feel like it makes my face even. It gives me a nice glow. The texture just kind of smooths out. I use about 6 drops in the day, 6 drops at night. The one thing I found a really good use for a silicone sponge is to use it as a palette for this particular serum. Just put a couple drops on it and then rub it on my face and use it as a palette. So I went back to it. Why fix something that ain't broke? So I don't know how much of The Ordinary I will be using anymore. I kind of go back to the resveratrol every once in a while. I think I ended up getting some kind of retinoid, which I'm a little nervous about using. I haven't started using it yet. But I'm really going to phase out. I have the buffet. Once the Matrixyl's out, I will use up the rest of the buffet. But I don't know. I think the Timeless serums are the most I've seen. You know, one of these size bottles is $25. Some of them are even less expensive. And I don't think $25 for a really good vitamin C serum that'll last you a good 3 months, I think it's worth it. So, bye-bye Ordinary. Not up my alley, not in my wheelhouse anymore. I will stick to Timeless. So that's probably the one bummer that I've had. I was just not a fan. I think stick with what I know and stick with what works, and it's not breaking my bank. So we'll keep with Timeless for now. One of the weirdest things I've picked up recently is, well, this isn't weird, but I started using the non-antiperspirant deodorants, just like regular deodorants. The one I have, I think, is like Schmidt, and it's a sage and vetiver scent, which I like. Still kind of on the hippie side scent wise, but for the most part, I haven't had an issue with it. There was one day we went to Matt's brother's house for his niece's birthday, and we stayed overnight, and it was bad. It was bad. It just gave up on me altogether. And 12-year-old boy smelling like a hoagie. It was embarrassing. So one of the things I had seen online from Pacifica and was debating whether I wanted it or not, wanted to give it a try because it had a lot of good, had a lot of good reviews. And I thought, well, maybe we'll give it a try. This is the Pacifica Coconut and Charcoal Underarm Detox Scrub. It says, free your pits with charcoal and green tea. Pacifica's, you know, I use a lot of face washes, a couple of moisturizers. I like Pacifica quite a bit. They're 100% vegan, cruelty-free. And it's like a scrub. It has a very strange, you can smell the coconut. But I guess the other thing you smell in there is the charcoal. And it's thick and it's gritty, but you don't have to work at it too hard in the underarms. You just do a little scrub in the underarms and then rinse it off. It almost smells like the pool at the Y. If the Y were in like Hawaii. Does that make sense? Probably not. Kind of a Play-Doh-y sort of smell, coconut. If coconut and Play-Doh kind of married together, you would get this. But I use it maybe twice a week. Once to twice a week. I don't necessarily use it the day that I shave my armpits. I shave my armpits twice a week. I don't go ham on that because they get sensitive. But I feel like this has done a really good job as far as keeping me from the hoagie boy smell. Sometimes I get a little bit, I notice there's a little bit more body odor than usual, but I don't think I smell bad. Nobody says I smell bad. I don't know if they tell me anyway, but if you're my friend, you would tell me. Thanks. But I feel like this has done a good job kind of keeping everything flowing and free and open down there. So I recommend this if you're thinking about switching to a natural deodorant. Jen Love Reviews does a really good in-depth kind of talk on deodorant, like natural deodorants versus chemical deodorants and antiperspirants and things like that. I don't feel bad about using a regular antiperspirant every once in a while, but I haven't really had any bad things or major issues with natural deodorant. So I'm going to stick with that for a while, but I do have a stick of secret just in case on backup. You never know. So that's about that. I am back and I will be doing more videos. I hope. It's been a while. I missed you guys. Thanks for watching. It's been a while. I've come across some things that I really enjoy, and I like telling you the pros and cons about it. I like saving you some money if you can get a really nice neutral palette for $14 instead of $50. I like to give you that option. Nothing wrong with a $50 palette too. Like I said, that Urban Decay thing is just beautiful. Please like this video if you learn anything from it. I would certainly appreciate it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Pesky Snarkatarian. Give it a thumbs up. Did I say that already? Like the video. Thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm back. There will probably be times when I disappear for a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to be on vacation in May, so there'll probably be some cricket time there. But I am back and I am going to give you some content. Look out. There's going to be some content for you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I will see you in my next video.